This one.
Yeah, but for legal entity, this is not a company is not a code, right? Legal entity for code for legal entity is legal entity, right?
No, this is the
This is
source field name, and this one is destination. Destination, what is the company? What is the object ID here? Identifier. So destination, we are adding this field ID.
okay. Okay.
Okay, based
Yeah.
on this, based on this field values that we have, it should display the locations associated with this field value.
Okay. So then these are the standard ones.
Hmm.
So okay, okay, I got it. And Vinu sir, another question is like in association between MDF to FO and FO to MDF. I
Hmm.
do not understand the difference because both have one FO and one MDF. So how does when we call it MDF to FO and when we call it FO to MDF?
Now you tell
This is
me what object you want to associate with and which object you want to associate.
say I want to associate. Okay, you are asking about MDF to FO or FO to MDF?
No, anything. You give me an example. You give me what you want to associate with.
Okay, say I want to associate location with some custom MDF, say parking.
Okay. So location is to be added at custom MDF. Right. You want to add location at custom MDF. Where is custom MDF defined? Custom MDF is defined in configure object definition.
Yeah.
Okay. So in configure object definition for the object custom MDF, you go maintain the location object. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
But
And
if it is
since the location is since the
yeah,
location is defined in corporate data model, so you'll be adding here in the configure object definition for this custom MDF, you'll be adding it as location wrapper.
okay. But when we are using say when we are making association between location and legal entity, so legal
Hmm.
entity is an MDF object and location is an XML object. So why are
Hmm.
we not using we can use location wrapper there also, right?
Where? Corporate data
Like
model, because you're defining the association in the corporate data model. Right. So you don't have to add the wrapper there because the object is defined in corporate data model.
okay.
See, this is configure object definition. This is corporate data model. Okay. So here, configure object definition, your custom MDF, and this one is at location. If it is in the reverse order, okay. Since the location object is defined at corporate data model, and you want
Okay.
to add the association at custom MDF level. So to
Okay.
bring the location, you add the location wrapper here.
Okay.
You map it with location wrapper. If you are defining MDF association with location in corporate data model, so you don't have to define. Now MDF, all the MDFs, these were part of corporate data model. You will not be adding here custom object. You'll be adding the MDFs. Okay.
Okay. Um,
What
I mean,
else?
okay. So whenever
Hmm.
we make any association, we make it in the smaller object, right? Like if we talk about parent child, we'll create the association in the child object. If we talk
Hmm.
about, say, a division to department, so we'll make association in the division.
Hmm.
So this way, how do we identify which one is the smaller one, where we need to make the association? Whether it will be maybe like in MDF and location we would like to make association in location. Why we'll make in the MDF object?
It all depends upon your requirement. How do you want to build the structure? Now, if my structure is company, BU, division, department. So this is from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Now somewhere you want to add function. Where do you want to add function? Maybe at this level you want to have function. Now this is your structure that you want to build. So instead of having the
Okay.
association between division and department, you have the function, you have the association at function level. Then function you add it at the department level.
Okay. So
So
this
you
is
need to
our
understand and you need to understand your company's structure, how they want to have.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. Got it, yeah.
Others?
And
Any others?
also, Venusa, when we defined association between uh, uh, what we call, yeah, MDF to FO. So in
Hmm.
that case, so that destination object in configure object definition, the destination object will use, so wrapper we will use, or we will use the original object, like
If it is
wrapper
FO,
location.
always wrapper. You will not find the foundation objects there. You'll always find the foundation objects with wrappers.
Okay. So in the
You will
same
not
way,
find location, you
destination.
will not find
Okay.
event region, you will not find workflow, you will not find no location group, geo zone, pay grade, pay
Yes.
range. You will not find them.
Okay.
Instead, you'll
So
see them as
okay.
wrappers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so in the same way in manage business configuration, so the destination field value would be like location or location wrapper. Same, right? Look, there the wrapper will not be there in MD.
No,
In
no, it is not wrapper there.
Then there will
It
be
is a
location,
location.
right?
Yeah, location.
Okay. So these are all the confusion somewhere we maintain wrapper. So now I got the answer. I'll not forget it now
Hmm.
because yeah. And Venus, sir, I did not understand the data type enum because I have not seen anybody maintaining it. It is already
Now
there in the
we don't generally use, even I have not used, there.
Hmm.
Basically, enum is generally used where you have the standard field objects, like it can be for directions. Okay, so you have something called even for that enum, you'll find it like success factors,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, no zone or success factors direction, something like this. So you'll have a standard code. So that code you need to map. It is similar to your pick list or now what you're doing with the pick list, you know that pick list, you have to go to pick list center and define a pick list. Now
Yeah.
that pick list code, you need to map it to the valid value source. Similarly, enum also you need to go and find out the standard value and add it there.
Okay, for pick list, we know that if we will assign pick list ID, then of course it will bring up the pick list values. But
Yes.
when we choose data type enum, and so what will it bring uh, from the source which we are attaching? Like you say, you give an example of success factor and zone. So what data it will bring from there?
Well, now, whatever values, like I said, direction, right? In that direction, you will only get east, west, north, and south. You'll not be able to add more directions into it.
Okay. Okay, so if somebody asks what is enum used for, so what are we supposed to reply to that question?
Now, mostly, it is used at the for Java type that are logically
Okay,
related with the context. Enumeration type, we call it enum is as the enumeration types.
okay,
Okay, you can say that you
okay,
have not used any of the enumeration types. You haven't got
okay,
chance to add enumeration type.
okay. And when we hire an employee, so
Hmm?
how does that employee receive the welcome email?
Sorry, when you are hiring the employee.
Yeah, when we hired an employee, so employee receives a welcome email, right? So how is that configured? Like,
You have welcome message here. While adding the employee, send user welcome email. Well, adding the employee itself, no, if you have the email ID maintained, system will send this welcome email. Or once you hire the employee and if you want to send the emails, then you can also set up from here as well. By default, that's a system message. System sends the welcome message.
Okay.
This is the message.
So it will be sent by default, or
Yes. Yeah.
we don't have to assign this to any workflow or like
No. Or
okay.
if you want to send some no messages, you CC, you add it in the CC and add it to your hire action bin. That is employment information model, employee information model. You add that and no on save of job information or comp information, you add that workflow without any participants. You only add the participants in CC value.
Okay, and we can write a business rule also, right, for this.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but generally, how does it work? Like, if I'm hiring an employee, so how that employee is going to receive an email? Am I supposed to make any changes in the template so that he receives an email, or am I supposed to make any changes anywhere? Like workflow, I got it, but like you are saying this email notification. This is the welcome email notification. So how to set this up in the system so that the user after getting hired gets an email
This
notification?
is standard setup. You don't have to do anything here. This is the now you'll get the standard content as well. System sends the notification if you have the email ID maintained in the email information for the employee and if it is set as is primary yes. Now you try to add
Okay.
employee, give your email ID, system will
Okay.
send you the email notification.
Okay. Okay. I will try that. And
Hmm.
so last question I have, like, what is tab element and user? Tab, I know that these are for sections, but
Hmm.
what is the significance of it? Like, how can we add something there, or like how it is used? Tab elements and user info.
User info, stand whatever values that you have. Uh, Let me go to manage business configuration. Okay, you go here, employee profile. Standard elements, you know, right?
Yes,
All of them, what you see in
EBDF.
UDF. Okay. Similarly, you also have user info elements. Okay.
Yes.
You see some of them as a user info element. Okay. So these are your no, hard coded values synchronized to Employee Central. Okay.
Okay.
You should not be using the sync mappings from user info elements. It is always on the standard elements.
Okay. But what is the use of it? Like,
Now these are similar to your standard elements, but used in specific places like no employment details. You will find the original high date. See here,
hmm.
original high date. Okay, so this is used in employment details model. Now, employment details model, original high date, you will not be able to modify this without, no, if you want to modify the original high date, you cannot directly go and change the date in the employment details. Instead, you have to go to job information on the event reason of hire, you go change the date, job information date. Now, starting 2H2022 system, now SuccessFactors is not allowing to change the high date from job information also. So we have something called high date correction in managed data. That's a standard object. So you go
Okay.
and change the date there. Now it is now allow, it might allow now in the system, but it won't allow you to change in the job information going forward after December 9th. That's because
Okay.
this field what we use in the employment details, the original high date, because the original high date it is used in the other places. This will be considered as the start point of the employee, start date of the employee.
Okay.
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 Similarly, you also have other things like you don't use any of these fields, like
Relocation.
your relocation or relocation location or willing to relocate, yes or no. Okay.
Okay. And tab elements.
Tab elements again, these are your tabs which we use. On
Okay.
the employee profile, we use some tabs. Basically, those are sections. Apart from these sections, if you want to use, let's say time off, if you want to use, time off is a tab which is available in the standard SuccessFactors system. So you need to enable this time off tab if you want to use time off. So once you enable this, users will be able to apply leaves.
Okay.
So
So
these are
if
the
if we
additional
want,
tabs which are available. Yeah.
okay.
But
So in case if we want to have one more tab there, say um, like we created one MDF object medical, but instead of creating one MDF object, if I create new and name it as medical, say expense or anything, so I can go there and under configure people profile, this thing will show up there so that I can add it under section. Is it
yes,
like,
yes.
okay? Okay, Venu sir, it's clear now. Thank you.
Thank you. Others?
Venu, in this time off only leaves are applied or any attendance also is also shown?
Now, these are like absence, we call them absence types, okay,
Okay.
or time types, not absence types, we call them as time types. Now, this time type can be a leave or it can be the working hours. Now, it can be your attendance as well. Now, attendance is not always when you go and mark your attendance at the office. If you're working from home, that is also your attendance. That's the type of attendance. And you are attending some of the meetings or some of the conferences, or you're doing a business travel. There also you have to mark your attendance, saying that you are on a business travel. So those are your attendance types. Similarly, you have absence types like leave, sick leave, casual leave, privilege leave, and so on. So all of them
So,
are under time off.
so clock in, clock outs are maintained or what in this? Like,
Clock in, clock outs. Yes, clock in, clock outs are related to your to time off. All your punch outs are recorded if you are using positive time, the complete time off.
so there is a facility, right? Like, just wanted to know that.
Yeah, yeah. You must be having, if it is enabled, you must be having it on the home page as well. Record time or clock in time, something called, yeah, see here, clock in time. So this is your, again, timesheet where you enter all your times. Okay.
Okay, recorded time is there.
Yes. You should also be having clock ins and clock out somewhere.
So this
If it
can
is enabled.
be this can be connected to linked to external system, right? Like where machines are
Yeah,
there.
like if you are using Chronos, or where your time is tracked actually. So generally, what you
Mm.
do, your attendance are mapped with your ID card. Okay, so
Mm.
as soon as you scan your card, you're scanning the card in your time machines. Okay, so
Mm.
those time machines captures all of these times inputs, your clock ins and clock outs. Okay,
Mm.
all of that data, clock ins and clock outs, can be sent to your SAP or SuccessFactors. Now, in this case, it is SuccessFactors. You get all the
Mm.
data from that machine. You have to integrate that machines with the SuccessFactors.
Okay, that is there, right? That facility is there, I
Yeah, that's
guess.
facility there. Yeah.
So if sometimes like some customized reports which we maintain in like third-party system SAP,
Hmm.
that report output, if we want to see or if we want to run that report from the success factors, can we? Is there any facility?
Yes, if you have the integration between your time system and the SuccessFactors, yes, those can be extracted.
Like Z reports, I meant to say, if we
Yeah.
want to have a Z report to should be shown in SuccessFactors, can we?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Venu sir, you also said that we will do the data migration. So,
Data migration of what?
like, oh, okay, from moving it from to development to quality, like
Yeah,
that.
synchronization. That's called synchronization.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, we'll do
So
that. Tomorrow's session we'll do instant synchronization.
okay, okay.
Today I think we have covered almost 30 minutes. Okay. So let's go to yeah. Any other doubts?
so migration from SAP to SuccessFactors, can we see when if it is feasible?
No, we cannot.
Okay.
There's a lot of integrations that you need to do to move the data from
Yeah.
SAP to SuccessFactors or SuccessFactors to SAP. And that will not see.
Like, okay,
We'll see
ALDs
instant
are some.
synchronization, how to move the configuration from one instance to other instance. That we'll see.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts, others, before we start today's session? Venkat?
No, Renu.
Why no, only 2 or 3 people ask question, others
No,
unless
actually,
you don't have questions or all of your
people are
doubts are
covering so
covered
many
by
questions. People are people are covering everything. Actually, I appreciate them.
okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go to for today's topic, which is again a major topic, the position management settings. Okay. So if you go and look at the org chart, okay, on the org chart we see some information of the employee, like it represents the hierarchical it represents the hierarchical structure of the employees, who is reporting to whom. Now based on the supervisor field maintained on the job information, we see this org chart. So we don't have any separate configuration. You enable the org chart. If you have access to org chart, you will see the structure. Now this cannot be modified separately here. Whatever data that you have maintained in the job information supervisor field, system will show up here as the org chart. What you can do is, if you don't want to have picture, you can remove picture. Or sometimes if you don't want to show up the matrix relationships, you can just say only direct reports. Now, if I say only direct reports, system will show only direct reports. The dotted line will not show up. Okay. Whereas if you want to include both matrix and if there are any matrix reports, you want to show matrix relationship, then it shows up only matrix relationship. And if it is all reports, then it shows up everything. Okay. So the same configuration, you can also do it from org chart configuration. There's a screen called org chart configuration. There you can also hide and add the picture, display photo, and a display portrait photo. These two things you can do it on the org chart configuration. And then position org chart, we can do a lot. You go to position org chart shows the hierarchical representation from the position. Whatever data that you maintain at position level. On the position, you have the parent position. So whatever data that you maintain on the parent position, system shows up here. Now, sometimes you may find a different data in position org chart and org chart. That's because of the sync that happens from job to position and position to job. Okay, now firstly, let's see where are these fields coming from. Now on the position org chart, we can see that position code, position title, and then your company, business unit, division, department. No, these things can be enabled or disabled. Okay, now if you don't want to show all of this information and you want to show only code and title, you can go to position org chart and enable or disable, or you can also move these fields up and down. Like I don't want to display anything like company, location, and all. You just save it. System will only show position code and title. Okay, you see only position code and title. So these things can be enabled or disabled from position or chat here. Now, the sync, what we are talking about, let me open here our chat. Let me see if there is any sync issues. Let me go to now. Mohan has got 5 direct reports. Okay, on the position, basically 5 positions below, and one of the position is vacant. So the 4 of them are occupied. Mohan has got 5 direct report positions, and out of 5 positions, 4 are occupied and 1 is empty. If you look at the position, the org chart, you may not see all of the 5. Now 5th position won't show because that is not occupied. So these are the 4 people who are on org chart, and the position org chart also it shows the same thing. Now you see here 20 positions below Laurent, and some of them are vacant. Now this is vacant. This is mostly all of these are filled. Let me see. Wherever you have the vacant position, now this is vacant position. One vacant position. I think on second vacant position. So we have total of 18 employees. Okay. Now you go to org chart. You see here 18 employees. These are those 18 employees. Sometimes what happens is you will see a different manager in job information and different manager in position org chart. That's because of the sync which has not happened between position and job or job and position. Like you go make a change at the position level, but not at the job information level. Or you go and make a change in the job information, but not in the position. So you will see a different manager in job and different manager in org chart and different manager in position org chart. To sync these values, we do some settings in the position management settings. There are some advanced settings which we do in position management settings. You go to position management settings here. There are different tabs under position management settings. First one is general. In general, you have position types. While creating the position, we have position types RP and SP. RP is regular position and SP is a shared position. These two are the standard position types that SuccessFactors gives. Now, if you want to create more position types, you can go and create there. Okay, but these are the 2 standard ones which SuccessFactors gives. And if you want to use them, you can enable that here. External code auto-generated. External code of the position is auto-generated because we have a business rule, but that functionality is working because we have enabled the auto code generated to be yes from here. If you set to no, then position code you have to go and manually enter. Even if you have business rule, that won't work. And then to be hide status. What is happening is you are creating positions, you're going to hiring screen and then use that position. Only those positions which are set as to be hide yes are showing up in your hiring screen. And as soon as you hire a person onto that position, system is going and changing the status to no, so that that position will not show up for the next hire. So all of those settings are done here. Set to be hide status if increment is unassigned from a position. Now we have one person 1 and position 1. So tomorrow this person is leaving the organization. The position is becoming blank. So what should happen? System should go change the status of to be hired to yes, so that this position is available for hiring and users can go hire a person on that position. So you can set up here. Never, if you say never, system will not set the to be hide status. It will be no only, because in some organizations, in some cases where you don't want to use the positions, used positions. Every time you hire a person, you go create a new position and add the position to the person. Now some organizations, what they do is they reuse these positions. Once position becomes vacant, you can go and use use that position for some other person. Okay, if it is always once the person leaves the organization, system will not see anything, will go and update the positions to be his status as yes. and only if current FTE value is below planned value. Sometimes if you have the FTE less than 1, okay, on the position we have 1 FTE, but we have 2 people working on the same position, 0.5 FTE and 0.5 FTE. You remove one person, what is happening there? System, what happens? System, what do you want system to do? 0.5 is available. Do you want system to go make the status to yes, or you don't want to hire one more person there? So in that case, you say never. Clear? Same thing if increment is assigned to a position. This is unassigned and this is assigned. Reset to be at status, a position FTE is changed. Now I have 1 FTE on the position and you're changing the FTE on the position. So what should happen? Same thing, if you're changing the increment FTA, what should happen? See, the status should be reset to yes. Clear? General settings. Not complicated, simple one, this one. Then go to hierarchy adaptation. Now we have different hierarchies that can be used. The leading hierarchy, if you use position hierarchy as the leading hierarchy, you also have standard reporting hierarchy and you don't want to use any hierarchy. If you use position hierarchy, always whatever parent position that we maintain on position, system will consider that as the manager. So when you hire a person with that position, system will go fetch the person who is assigned to that position as the manager for the employee. Every time you terminate an employee, when you terminate an employee or a manager, generally when you terminate a manager, all of those employees, they will be reporting to a manager which is maintained in the position, okay, or the higher level manager. Generally if it is position hierarchy, it always go look at the parent position field on the position and brings the manager. If it is reporting hierarchy, then system will not search for the parent position in the position. System will see on the job information whatever data that you have maintained, that is final. Okay. Reassign direct reports according to position hierarchy and termination screen. So we have here 3 options. No, yes optional, yes always. Okay. Now this is used when you terminate a manager. Let's say I want to terminate a manager. Only for the manager. This doesn't work for your employee. When you are terminating a manager, system gives you option. Let's say he is a manager. He has got 18 direct reports. Now, if I'm terminating this manager, what should happen to all the employees who are reporting to this employee or to this manager? Go to termination. Termination is always done from actions and then terminate. You go to terminate, choose a date. So I want to terminate this employee from 14th November. System will give you option to choose here, transfer direct reports. Who should the 18 direct reports of Laurent report to after the termination? Now here you have options 1, 2, 3 and 4. Because of this feature, yes, optional. I want to consider the position hierarchy and this is optional. So system gives you option, default option as everyone according to position hierarchy. Now all those 18 employees are assigned to some positions, 18 positions. So first you go maintain a different manager on those positions. And system will go check the manager, parent position, if we select everyone according to position hierarchy. Second option that we have is everyone to upper manager. If you select this option, all of these 18 direct reports who are reporting to Laurent will start reporting to Laurent's manager, who is Mohan. After the Laurent is terminated, they will start reporting to Mohan, upper manager. We have that option as well. Second. Third is everyone to other manager. I don't want Mohan, all of these employees to report to Mohan. Instead, I want all of them to report to some other manager. Who is that other manager? You go maintain the other manager. This is mandatory. All of them will report to that other manager starting this date, November 15th. And then individual transfer of direct reports. Now, instead of all of them moving to a different manager or Mohan, you go choose whom should they report to. Here, you need to select for all of the employees separately. Sam is one employee who's reporting Lauren now. By default, all of them, you'll see the new manager as Lauren's manager. But if you want to have a different manager, you go maintain a different manager here. Let's say I want this person to go to order, select. So you have to manually select. Okay. So this is if you select S optional. Now, if I say no, I don't want position hierarchy. I don't want to use position hierarchy. If you select no, now if I go and click on terminate, you go choose a date. You see here, I don't see that option of position. By default, the option is upper manager. Now I'll only see three options here. The fourth one, which is as per the position org chart, that is missing because I have chosen no here. If I say yes always, I go change it to yes always. Now if you go and terminate the employee, it will only show me one option, which is position org chart. Select the date as per position org chart. Users will not have option to choose. You see here, no option here. Direct reports will be reassigned based on position hierarchy. Whatever data that you have maintained, so all of those employees will report to those parent position employees.
But when you hear on the level where the Laurent is, there is no other manager. So how the system will assign those 18 to which manager as per
Where
the
in
position
this case,
hierarchy? Yeah,
no,
in this
that's what.
case.
Direct reports will be reassigned based on position hierarchy. Now,
Yeah.
here we have okay. So here position 1 direct report is position 2, and position 2 has got 3 direct reports. Okay. Now in the previous cases we had option to have all of these 3 employees. So if you are terminating the employee who was on position 2, all of these 3 employees who are on these positions will report to position 1. That was one of the option what we have. Now the one what we are seeing now is direct reports will be reassigned based on position hierarchy. Now if I am terminating this person, then you should go maintain a manager on these positions. So position 4 should report to position 6. Position 5 should report to position 7. And position 3 should report to position 1. Now this I have to manually maintain, go and maintain. Then only the system go choose what is the manager that is maintained. If the position is not maintained, if parent position is not maintained. Okay, let's say for this position, we have maintained it as 6. For this position, we have maintained it as 7 as a parent position. But for position 3, we have not maintained. So what happens is when you terminate this employee, employee of position 4 will report to employee of 6, 5 will report to 7, and 3 will report to position 1 because this is remote. There is no layer now. So it will go check this position. This position is vacant. It will go to position 1. Same thing here. If position 6 is vacant, it goes and checks who is the manager of position 6. So it goes to the top level.
Okay. So there is a difference between parent position and the supervisor. Like supervisor is supervisor, I understand. But then what is the parent position?
Now for position 4, position 6 is the parent position.
Meaning they'll share some similar attributes.
No, need not to be.
Okay.
Now you have employee here and you have employee here. Okay, and this is blank. So now
Okay.
on the position org chart, we have the position reporting to position 6. Parent
Okay.
position is maintained as position 6. So position 6 doesn't have any employee. So system on the job information, system will show the manager as employee 8. But on the parent position, we will still see as position 6.
Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow, if you hire employee on here position 6, it will show up. The position hierarchy will show up. Employee 4 reporting to position 6, employee 6.
Okay. But what is the difference between parent position uh, and the supervisor position?
Supervisor is maintained at job information level. It is the employee.
Okay.
Now, when you are hiring any employee, you should always report to some manager. You cannot leave the employees orphans as orphans. You have to have a manager tag to the employee. So that's why most of the organizations, what they do is they will tag the supervisor field as mandatory, so that you maintain some manager there.
Okay.
Now, parent position, while creating the position, you say to which position this position reports to. Now, basically, if you are using position hierarchy, so if you have maintained some position here, position 2, we have employee 2. So when you hire a person on this position, position 3, okay, so system will go, we are hiring a person called employee 3. System will go see what is the parent position maintained on position 2. And who is that person on the parent position on the parent position is employee 2. So system will bring the employee 2 value to supervisor of employee 3. Clear? Parent position is at position level, supervisor is at job information level. Org chart,
Okay.
position org.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll add it here as optional. Default the supervisor or position in higher MSA job information history. So because we are defaulting this here on the hiring screen, you change the position of the employee, system will also change the parent position, right? That's because of this option. Or when you're hiring, you choose a position, system brings up the manager. That's because of this feature. Threshold for running adaptation of reporting line and job relationship as a job. Now, what is the threshold value that you want to consider to have the sync between your job and position? Okay, so again, this is the new feature which they have added. You can add 0 or 1 day so that it looks at the arc structure every day. Automated hierarchy adaptation. If you want to use automated hierarchy adaptation, you can choose this yes. Okay, and then offset in days. How many days you want to consider? Again, 0 means automatically every time you make some changes, it won't wait for anything. It just go and update the data. And that updates happen because of the synchronization what we have here. Position to job synchronization. User decision if required. Okay, and you have options user decision, automatic, and never. Now, what is this user decision if required? Now, when the position sync happens, so if you want the sync to happen between position and job information, you should make changes on the position through manage positions, not from manage data. If you don't want sync to happen between the position and job, you go and update in manage data. If you want sync to happen, then you go to manage position and update the data. Like how we are using the actions, take action and then change job and comp information, workflow is triggering. And if you are going to edit, it is not triggering the workflow. Similarly, if you want the sync to happen between position and job, so you should always go to manage position instead of manage data. Okay, now let me show you this. If I go to one of the employee, some Wipro employee. Okay, we have Lakshman. Let me see what is the data that we have at Lakshman. Job information, history. Position that we have is Wipro 005. I'll go here, position Wipro 005. Okay, now if I see here, location is Bangalore here, location is Hyderabad here. Okay, and November 16th we have record. Now if I go insert a record, it may be 17 or 18, whatever it is. Let's say 17. I'm making changes to location. So I'll just add, instead of Hyderabad, Bangalore, I'll add Mumbai. When I click save, system is prompting me, do you want to synchronize the position data of as of 11/17 to the following incumbents? Because we have a person who is occupying this position, Lakshman. So if I say yes, system will go update the location on the job information as well. Now it is asking my decision whether to update it on the employee level also or not. Now if I go back to profile of the employee, refresh once. Employment, job information. You see, as of November 17th, this employee's location is changed. Employee's location is also changed because it updated it. Now, because we have option of user decision if required. Now, there are some fields which are not available at the employee level. Like I go here, change 18th. I'll add position description. This is also change. If I save it, it won't ask me anything here because there is no need of updating this information of on the employee, or we don't have a field which is mapped to the field of job information. So it updates the data here. So user decision only if required. Similarly, if I say automatic, it won't ask you anything. It will go update the data at the job information level as well. If it is user decision, then it will ask. If it is automatic, system will go update the data on employee level. If you say never, it will not update on the job information. So you have different data in job, different data in position. Clear? Similarly, synchronize position matrix relationship to job relationship. If you have maintained some matrix positions here, system will go update the matrix position there as well. Okay, so if I go to that. Okay. Similarly, if you maintain some data on the matrix positions of position, it will go and update at the job relationship. Create a record in job relationship as well. Then we have a rule for synchronizing position to job and job to position. What data of position is getting updated in the job, or what data of job is getting updated. Similarly, you go maintain the data. Now, if I go here, I'll go to another employee. Okay, now if I go here and make some changes to job information, you are making change at the job information level. System will go update it at the position as well. Now you go change maybe location, same thing. Okay, but it triggers a workflow. After workflow, system will update the data. I'll show you. Manager will happen automatically. I don't have manager here. Okay, let me see Wipro CEO. Okay, Wipro CEO because this position Wipro 003. Maybe here we have the same manager. Parent position we have 1128, or who is 1128? Wipro CEO. So that's why it is not showing anything here. But if I choose here a different manager, let's say I want this person to report to Laurent. And I say Laurent, it's see here, move currently assigned position below new supervisor position. It is asking us whether to change the data on position as well. So if I say yes, it will go and update the supervisor as well. Only for the manager field. But for other fields like location, if you're changing location, it won't ask you. It will directly update. If it is on the position, it will ask you. But if you are making the change on the job information level, it won't ask you. It will go and update the data on the position. Now, how is it updating? What field it will update? It will update on, if it is location of job information, it will update on the location of position. Okay, so those sync, you're doing it here. And this is called your propagation rule. Position to job and job to position. So whatever fields that you have selected here, only for these values, user decision, if you have selected user decision in the position to job. So system will check for only, give you, no, it will prompt you message only for these fields. Set job information locations. Job information's location is set from, it will go choose the position on the job information, and on the position we have location. So it will pick the location value from positions location. Similarly, business unit of job information is set with positions business unit, position division, position department. So all of these fields are set from position. Similarly, here the other way, it is the position values are set from job information. Here, position job title is set from position job code job title. Positions pay grade is set from position job code pay grade. You can also set it from job information as well. Now here we are getting only from job code, but you can also get it from job information. Okay, clear on synchronization? Yes, no?
Venu, why they are using position against position in the second rule? It should come from the job, right? If we are synchronizing from job information to position.
No, synchronization, it should be from job information, but here it is tagged from job code. Now, if you want to get from job information, so you go select job information here. There are some fields which are maintained at job code level. Okay.
Okay.
Now here, add expression above, set positions, business unit to be equal to job information's business
Business unit.
unit. Okay, so maintain this value. Clear? Now
Okay.
these values, because
Okay.
employee class, basically employee class is coming, employee class, regular, temporary, job level, these fields are coming from job type, job code. Whatever values you have on job code, those values you are bringing up to position. Okay,
Okay.
and
This job
the other
code,
values, business
yeah.
unit, company, division, department, these are not maintained at job code level. These you want to get it from job information of the employee.
Okay. But this job code is also a part of job information.
Job code is also part of job information. Even for the data, now here, if I go to job code, if I
Yeah.
select here Wipro CEO, now what is it doing? You see your pay grade is president now. It changed the value of pay grade here.
Yes.
It changed the standard weekly hours from 44 to 20. And where is this coming from? When you
Job
change
code.
job code, system is getting the pay grade, system is getting now regular temporary also, if it is maintained. It will also update standard weekly hours. Now it should also update job title actually. So that should also be included. Maybe this is not added, but no, the title should also be updated from job code only. So this business rule, you'll find it in manage business configuration. Go to manage business configuration because you are changing the job code and system is updating the values and the job information. You see here job code, there should be some propagate job classification.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes now when you change the job code data on the employee job information, system will go check what are the values that we have on job code. Pay grade, regular, temporary, employee class, full time. Now here you go and add one more condition, add expression. Set job information, job title to be equal to job information. It should go to job classification. Check the value of job title is default value. You have default value here. Okay, save. Now you go change the job code at the employee level. System will update job title as well. It will also pick the value from job code.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the sync between the position and the job. Search for position reclassification and position transfer. If you have set on the event reason, if you have set for any particular event reason, if you have set the position reclassification or position transfer, generally position reclassification, it is not necessary that you should use position reclassification and transfer. In which cases you use reclassification is you want to change some data on the existing position. Now we have an employee. I want to promote the employee. There are two ways of doing it. You go check for the position. Now we have a manager and we have senior manager position. This employee has got a position of position X, which is manager. Now, two ways of promoting this employee is go change the position, manager position to senior manager position. That's position transfer. You're transferring the employee from one position to the other position. And second option is you reclassify the existing position. You go change the value of senior manager to senior manager. Okay. Now, if you are doing this from now earlier, what we used to do is we used to go make change in the position and then come back to job information of the employee, change the value on the job information as well. Or if you have a sync between position and the job information, when you go update the position value in the manage position, it will update it on the job information. Now what you can do is you can directly go to, you don't have to give access to manage positions for users. You go directly to job information, take action, and then execute the change at the job information level. Okay. So in that case, if you have set a particular now event reason, when you're changing some data, system is triggering the event reason based on the logic what we have in the event reason derivation. So system will go check what is the value that we have on the event reason and find out that event reason. You will see if it is to be transfer or if it is to be reclassification. So most cases or some cases you may see that no, it doesn't work properly. The reclassification or transfer as per SAP what they say is system will go and find the position, vacant position. When you're doing a position transfer, system should go and find a vacant position and pick that position and updates it at the employee level. If it didn't find the position, vacant position, system has to go create a similar position there. Okay, so SAP says that, but I have not seen no system creating a position on its own if it is for the position transfer. And then you have UI customizing, a rule for defining copy relevant position fields. When you're copying a position from position org chart, system is copying all the values. Now, if you have to create one position, either you can create it from manage data or manage position or also from position org chart. Here, what you can do is you can create a position at lower level, at the same level, or you can also copy this position. So when you copy this position, let's say I want to copy this position, it will just ask you how many positions you want. If I say 1 or 2, it will go just create that position. Now, this position, all of the attributes what we have on this position are copied to that position. So here we have a business rule. From source position to the target position, system will copy all of the fields because we have defined this business rule which copies the values of the source position, the selected position, to a new position. Set new positions company from source positions company, new positions location from source position company location. So it will go see what are the values that are to be updated on the new position. So it will bring up there. Respect workflow at copy position. If you have a workflow defined for position, then it will also trigger a workflow even if you are copying it. If you want, you can say yes. If it is no, if workflow is there, it will trigger. If not, it won't trigger. Use company filter for position in MSS job information history. On here, you will only see the positions which are related to that company. When I go to job information of the employee, system will only show me those positions which are related to this company. All of these are Wipro related positions. We have so many positions which are vacant, but it won't show all of those positions. It will only show this company's positions. That's because of the setting. Company filter, use company filter. Allow selection only of position that have status. Again, all of these positions are the status is set to yes. That's why only those positions are showing up. There are many positions where the status is set to no, so they are not showing up here. It will only show the vacant positions because of this option. This one. Display increment of parent position. Now, these positions are reporting to different managers. I don't know which position to choose. Let's say I have HR executive, HR manager, or a pro president. So I have these positions vacant. I don't know which position to choose, but I know that I have to hire a person onto one particular manager. So you go to incumbent of parent position. Now I want to see all the positions which are vacant under Wipro CEO. So it will show up those positions which are vacant under CEO. Now this is the only position which we have under CEO. Now let me go select a different. Okay. Now I go select Laurent. If I select this person, if there are any positions which are vacant under Laurent and they belong to this company, it will show up. So there are no positions which are vacant under Laurent and belongs to company. So incumbent of parent position, if you want to show this field, you enable this here. Yes. Show deactivate position option on termination screen. Deactivation can be done only for the employees who doesn't have any direct reports. So let's say I have some person who doesn't have any direct report. So non-manager. I have Sridhar here. If Sridhar doesn't have any managers, you can deactivate the position. If Sridhar has got any direct report or Sridhar's position has got any direct report, you cannot deactivate the position. So you have peer but not direct reports. So if I go to terminate this employee, he's just an employee, he's not a manager. So there are no positions under this manager. So if I go select a termination date, it shows you option here, deactivate position, yes or no. You can choose yes or no. That means if you don't want to use this position, you'll say yes. Deactivate. Its system will deactivate this position. It won't be available. If you say no, system will change the status to be head status to yes, and it is available for hiring. Now, if I go to manager, I'll simply go to Sridhar's manager, who is Wipro CEO. If I try to terminate Wipro CEO, I will see the option of deactivate position, but I'll not have option to choose yes or no. You see, this is no. You cannot deactivate this position because this position has got some direct reports. If position has got direct reports, you cannot deactivate. So if you want to show deactivate, you have to set it to yes. Right to return is only used for global assignments and time off. Transition period we don't use. Integration we use only for recruiting management. And we have import. Any doubts here? This only takes 5 minutes. We'll complete this one. Any doubts here?
No doubt, Venu. I just want to understand how to use right to return.
Right to return, again, same thing. If you are, if employee is going on a global assignment, see your right to return for global assignment. What is global assignment? If you want to move an employee from one country to other country for a short term or a long term assignment. Now, employee's home country will always be, let's say employees working in India, and we have a requirement in US for 3 months. So we are sending the employee from India to US. That means the employee is on global assignment for 3 months in US. Okay, now what should happen to the position when the employee is away for global assignment? Okay, and when the employee returns from global assignment, what should happen to the position that we were using earlier? Okay, so those things you do it here, unassign from position. Now, basically, sometimes what happens, what you do is you remove the position of the employee when the employee is away. So that's unassign from position.
So we need to provide him another position while the time
Yes.
he'll be away.
Yes, because now position is here, say set decision to yes. Because you're changing the company, you're changing the country. Okay. Now that the position you cannot use for a different country or a different company. Right. So this position will be deactivated and then user will be assigned with a new position on the global assignment.
Okay. Can we check this create right to return this rule? I think some rule is there.
Which one? This one.
Create
This is
right
just
to
to.
return. No, the second one, Venu, second one. Not this one.
This is also decision only.
No, no, not this one.
This one. This is also decision.
This one. Create right to return.
This one,
Above
right?
it.
Okay. This
Yeah,
one.
this one.
This
Yeah,
is for the
yeah.
leave of absence.
Okay,
Leave of
okay,
absence. The decision for the leave of absence. Now, same thing if employee is going on leave. Okay. What do you want to do with the position? You want to remove the position.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Import. When you are importing the positions, adapt reporting hierarchy after position import. Okay. If you want to adapt the position reporting, so you can use yes or no. Adapt hierarchy after import of leave of absence or during job information import. Validate position assignment during job information import. When you are importing positions for the employees in job information. So if you say yes, system will go. Now let's say in the job information import, we are selecting for a position, we are selecting a location of Mumbai. But on the position we have Chennai. So if I say yes here, system will go see what is the value that we have maintained at position. System will bring those values to job information. If I say yes. Now I don't want system to fetch the details on the position. I want whatever data that you want to I have maintained in the job information import file. You said to no here. Adapt position to be head status on the job information import. Same thing. When you are importing, generally you hire employee, system is going and updating the positions to be head status. So do you want same thing to happen when even if you hire the employees through job information import? Yes. Okay. Execute reclassification or transfer after job information import. Once the job information is imported, if you want to execute these actions. Adapt hierarchy after job information import. Same thing. You have a different manager on the position and different manager on the job information import. So do you want to adapt hierarchy? So bring the value from position. It's here it says no. If it is yes, now I want to bring the value from job information. What is the event reason that you want to consider? Okay, you can pick the event reason as well. Same thing applies for job relationship as well. Okay. Clear on the position management settings. So we'll stop it here for today and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, so we have a couple of topics for tomorrow. We'll see how many we can complete. If not, we'll have a session on Monday as well.
Okay, Venu.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Catch up tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, bye bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.